right time to be with the one you love now. Say now, oh baby, when I'm coming, baby, I'm gonna be with my love now. You know one thing you do. I know the night time. Oh, it's the right time to be the one you love now. I said to be the one you love. You know my mother now, and the dime now, my father.
Golden Wings, Act 1, Scene 1. Inside the home shared by Bessie Big Mama Pinkins and Langston Brown, located in the Hunters Point of District of San Francisco. Upstage left is the front door. Upstage is a kitchen with refrigerator, stove, and countertop. Along the wall stage, right is a china cabinet, and next to the china cabinet is a door opening leading to the hallway. Up center stage is a kitchen table with 4 chairs. Down center stage is a sofa and a rocking chair with a coffee table centered. Stage left is a 1-chair shoe shine stand. A wooden folding chair is next to the stand. Next to the shoe shine stand is a hi-fi cabinet stereo with a telephone resting on top. At Rise, Brown is in the kitchen while Travis Mather is sitting in the shoe shine chair.
You ain't got no more sense than to walk on Bessie's floor after you done stepped in dog mess.
I walked on the floor, Brown. I had my shoe in my hand. Bessie was mad because I brought the shoe in the house. What was I supposed to do? Leave my nice floor shines outside? I brought it in the house, holding it in my hand, and I asked her what she wanted me to do with it. She said, take it out back. And that's what I was going to do. But I had to wipe the mess on something. She said there's newspaper in the bathroom. Hell, there's a toilet and running water in the bathroom too. Ain't nothing out back but a stoop. Can't do nothing but sit out there and let it dry on my shoe.
You used the bathroom?
I cleaned it up and washed it down. You wouldn't know I was in there. Don't stink of nothing.
Why you want to walk in dog mess anyhow?
Oh, I don't know, Brown. I always wanted to do that. What you mean, why? I didn't do it on purpose. You're about as bad as Bessie. She just changed the words around and asked the same thing. She said, what you want to do that for? I said, like there's any good reason to be stepping in dog mess.
Well, it's done now. What you do when you get back?
Oh, I didn't do much. Reese wanted me to get out in the garden with her, so I did that. Wasn't nothing else going on.
I got Bessie and we went fishing.
Y'all went fishing? What, you couldn't call nobody? Where y'all go?
Petaluma River.
You went out there with Finney?
No, me and Bessie went.
What the hell you go out there for?
We went for the drive. Bessie called her a 13-pound striped bass. Nearly fell in the water trying to keep it on the line.
Well, you can catch some nice sized bass out there, okay? But it ain't worth going that far to get them. I went out there with Finney one time. Finney talked so much the damn fish wouldn't come nowhere near us. He was talking about he went camping in the redwoods and came across the Bigfoot, and that they sat and talked and everything.
Finney ain't seen the Bigfoot. He just talking.
I believe he saw him. A man ain't got no reason to lie about that. I believe Finney sat and talked with the Bigfoot too.
Finney ain't seen the Bigfoot, I'm trying to tell you.
I ain't gonna sell Finney short. Now, he's been right before, and Finney can tell the future. I remember he told old Charlie Emery to get a life insurance policy. Old Charlie ignored him and died. Just like that.
You died too if you got hit by a truck. Bad luck killed Charlie Finney. He survived 2 heart surgeries. The doctor gave him a clean bill of health. crossing the street, leaving the doctor's office. Truck swerved out the way of a dog, hit him, killed him. Now if that ain't bad luck, I don't know what is.
Bad luck or not, Finney told him to get that insurance policy.
Yeah, Bessie went to the funeral.
Bessie goes to all of them. She don't even know half the people she go to see. She just go.
You know she like to go to these funerals, always have. You know, people, just seems like now her spirit is low.
Next funeral I go to, I'm going to my own. I don't know nobody go to funerals as much as Bessie. Now she talking about she don't want Miles and Clemens to put her away.
Well, if that's her last wish, like it or not, you have to do what she say.
Bessie gonna change her mind a dozen times between now and then.
She just need to go to a good funeral. The more these she go to, the better she'll be. What's the saddest funeral you've been to?
I done told you I don't go to no funerals, man.
Well, Bessie go to enough for all of us. I believe that's how she communicate with Luther. I think she communicate with him through the dead. It's her way of keeping him at peace.
Luther's always been restless. Luther drove himself crazy with all that nonsense about passing on his name and whatnot.
We all have our burdens. We all have a cross to bear.
You're right about that. There ain't no sense in grappling with God's plan. If God wanted him to have a bunch of grandkids running around here, he would have made it happen.
Well, you know, people talk about their legacy and what they leave for the next generation after them. A man has to leave his good name behind so his name can carry on.
Brown raises from his seat and goes over to a cabinet drawer and retrieves an apron and wraps it around his waist.
You didn't. Who's gonna carry on your name, bro? Why you didn't remarry?
Oh, I don't know. I was lucky enough to find the only woman I could love. We made a family together. We created a universe. You can only create one universe. He let us make something between us. He let us create more than one life. I can't thank him enough for that.
Well, you don't have to stay here and watch Bessie. You have your own life to live. Bessie be all right.
Stay here. I live here. Luther asked me when he died to keep watch on Bessie. I promised him I would. I gave him my word. So I sold my home, and it's been coming up on 10 years now.
You're a good man, Brown. You're a lucky man, too, to find the love of your life like you did. I tried to find that one woman for me.
You couldn't settle down. Always moving.
Well, how am I going to find her if I'm staying in one place?
You ain't got to move around. If she the right one, she'll find you. You ain't got to go nowhere, but you got to be a strong enough magnet. And if the right one get close, she'll get pulled in and cling to you like iron, like Reese did. And if you're a strong enough magnet, it'll be hard to pull her away.
Well, look, Reese's gonna call here this evening. Now, don't let Bessie answer the phone, you dig? When she calls, all you gotta do is tell her I stepped out to get a pack of cigarettes. You ain't gonna do it?
Hell no! If you don't want to be a husband, don't be married.
Look, I ain't running around on her. I just want to get out every now and then. Reese don't like to go nowhere. You know Reese.
You want me to walk into a burning house? Only one thing can happen when you walk into a burning house.
What's that?
You get burned.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You know damn well I'm right. You're a son of a gun, boy. Marriage is sacred. You don't become between a marriage and you damn sure don't invite nobody in. You ain't learned nothing.
Brown goes to the refrigerator and comes back with 2 cans of beer and hands one to Travis Mather, and Bessie enters front door. I walked those pies over to the church for Women's Day. You still here?
Brown just gave me a shine. I ain't got nowhere to go today.
You can go home. Ain't you married to Reese?
Me and Reese doing just fine, thank you.
Brown, I put a pie away for you. I left it in the oven.
Thank you, Bessie. How was the funeral?
Oh, it could have been better. I told Travis Mather to take me to Miles and Clemens, and y'all put me away. Oh, don't take me there. I went to see one of Sister Weaver's kin. You know Carrie Weaver. She didn't look like herself at all.
There you go again. What you mean she didn't look like herself?
You used to say Miles and Clemens was the best funeral home in Hunters Point.
That's the second time they messed somebody up. Second time in a row. They was trying to make her look dead. They did a good job. All that makeup they had on her, that just scared me to death. When I passed the casket, it took 2 ushers to keep me up. I thought I was grieving. That just scared me to death. It don't make no sense. You know the woman dead, you ain't got to make her look dead.
You hardly knew the woman. You know she kin to them Weavers. You can't even recall ever meeting her. Now, how you know how much makeup she wears?
Travis Mason, I'm not going to argue with you about this. Now, you getting on my nerve. And common sense will tell you. Don't nobody her age walk around with that much makeup on her bare face, unless she was a circus clown.
It couldn't have been as bad as you say.
You could have seen for yourself if you had to sat out there in that car the whole time with the motor running. It was worse. Woo, I don't have the words to tell you how bad it was, but I'm gonna do the best I can. Now, ain't but 2 times in life you can't do nothing about the way you look. That's when you're born and when you die. Anytime in between, you can do all kind of stuff. Paint your face, dye your hair, gain weight, lose weight. Some go from man to woman and woman to man. The only 2 times that's special is when you're born and when you die. There ain't no 2 days more special than that. You want to look your best. You can't do nothing about either one of those days. They say there ain't no such thing as an ugly baby. We know there is. We don't say nothing because we know it ain't the baby's fault. The baby can't do nothing about it. It's a happy day when a new life can come into the world. So we lean on that irrespective of what the baby look like. Now, when we die, quite naturally, we ain't got no hand in how we present to the people. The only thing we can do is to trust the skills that lay in the hands of the undertaker. Now, you got to trust somebody's gonna do you right. Well, they didn't do her right. They didn't do her right at all. When they put me away, I don't want to look like no circus clown. When the good Lord called my name, don't take me to Miles and Clemens. You think you can remember that?
Where was the funeral at this time?
Well, they held it at the Black Catholic Church.
It's the Roman Catholic, Bessie. You always call it Black Catholic.
I didn't see a Roman image. I saw a lot of black folk. Services seemed like it wasn't going to end. Now stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. If I had to stand up one more time, I would have walked my tail right up out of there. Travis Mather just sat out there like he always do. And he come in that little tiny car. They got a big car just sitting, and he come in that little thing.
It's a Carmen gear convertible, Bessie. You know that deuce and a quarter you're talking about is Reese's car.
Whatever it is, you should have come in that deuce. Reese would have let you drive it if you was acting right. You know I can't hardly get in out of that Carmen, whatever you call it. And your old behind ain't got no business driving around in a kitty car no how.
Bird came in today, came for a shine. He told me to tell you hello.
Oh, how's he and Eva doing?
He doing fine. We sat up and played some dominoes. Edith is sick, he say.
Oh, what's wrong?
Don't know. Said she was complaining her stomach was bothering her. She couldn't keep nothing down. In a lot of pain. He took her to the doctor. She was running the fever. They sent her home when the fever came down. She doing a little better now. But they waiting on the test to come back to figure out the rest.
I pray it ain't nothing to worry about. Well, get over to see her. You can drive us to the farmer's market. That'll make her feel better. Ooh, she loves the farmer's market.
Anytime you ready. You want the obituary page?
Don't save it for me. I'll look at it later. I'm gonna get off my feet. Ooh, I've been running all day. Travis Maker, is that bathroom respectable?
Yeah, Bessie. We ain't gonna know I was in there.
Bessie exits the hallway.
You see how orange she is?
I told you. Bessie'd be all right. She just needed a good funeral.
There's a knock on the door.
Yeah.
It's me, Brown.
Brown opens the door. Finney enters.
Hey, Finney.
I don't want nothing. Hey there, Travis Mather. I put the distributor cap on and the rotor in Rose's car.
You just getting around to tuning up Rose's car?
She didn't need no tune-up. All I did was put the distributor cap on and the rotor in. I told her I wasn't going to let her drive it till she get a new driver's license. She's driving around here on an expired license. She got a new one now.
Hey, Finney, I want you to loan me $2. I'll pay you when I get my check.
I ain't gonna loan you no money, Travis Mather. I told you I ain't gonna loan you no more money.
Finney, I'm gonna pay you when I get my check. I'm surprised you ain't down at the pool hall.
That's my next stop. I'm just passing through. Like I said, I don't want nothing.
Come on now, Finney, loan me $2 and I'm gonna pay you when I get my check.
I ain't got time to argue with you, Travis Mather. I ain't gonna loan you $2. I ain't gonna loan you 2 cents.
You know, I overheard Rose and Reese talking. Rose was mad that you set her car up and wouldn't let her drive it. She said that she got to put a blanket down on your side of the bed to keep the mattress from getting wet. Then she said you got to wear a baby diaper to keep your trousers dry. Now, you know me, Finney. I'm not one to exploit another man's weak bladder. But it would be too bad if the word got around the pool hall that you was walking around in the diaper.
You trying to blackmail me? $2. That's all I'm gonna give you. I'll deal with Rose later. Don't ask me for no more money, Travis Mather. I ain't playing with you. $2, that's all I'm gonna give you.
Finney goes into his wallet for $2 and slaps them on the kitchen table. Travis Mather picks it up off the kitchen table.
What, Finney, you tight as you ever were.
Finney, I'm warming up some of Bessie's chili.
No, I don't want nothing. I'm just passing through.
Philip Jr., also known as PJ, enters from the front door. PJ has a positive personality and walks with a broken limb. PJ has a newspaper sack over his shoulders.
Hey, Uncle Travis, Mr. Brown, what y'all doing?
What's up, PJ? How come you come busting up in here? What you doing with the key to your big mama's house?
She trusts me. That's why she gave me the key. Where's Big Mama?
Big mama's laying down. Don't wake her. She ornery right now.
That's no problem. Big Mama sleep. She getting no rest. Hey, Mr. Theodore Finney.
Hey there, PJ. I'll take a newspaper off your hands.
I only have one more. It's a good thing you caught me.
PJ hands Finney a newspaper and in exchange for a quarter.
That's an important job you have there, PJ. Spread the news. Jesus Christ did that. You're not just a paper boy, you're a messenger. You're like Jesus Christ spreading the gospel, you're spreading the news that anybody smart enough to pay a quarter for.
Listen, I hear them corner boys took your newspaper money.
Yeah, they took all of it.
And what you do?
I told them to give it back. That's all. They had me outnumbered.
But you take on the baddest one. Okay? And send a message to the rest. You can't let nobody steal from you, PJ. It's in the Bible.
I didn't let them.
If it happens again, you're gonna have to take action, you know. It's in the Bible.
Where in the Bible does it say don't let nobody take from you?
The 10 Commandments.
The 10 Commandments say thou shalt not steal. It don't say nothing about don't let nobody steal from you. The way you make it sound, PJ is the one sinning when they took money from him.
Because they violated his commandments. God is giving you, PJ, a license to whoop ass on anybody you take from you. Okay? With no retribution from God. You know the 10 Commandments. If you do, you know all you need to know about the Bible. It's all right there.
Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not bear false witness. That means don't tell a lie. Thou shalt honor thy mother and father. I know them all. Thou shalt not.
The point is, PJ, okay, you don't have to be afraid because you are acting on a commandment from God. That means you're protected.
Because it's in the Bible?
No. Don't believe everything you read in the Bible. It was written by man, flesh and blood, just like me and you. The 10 Commandments was written by God, and he didn't write them on paper. He carved them in stone. That means something. You don't have to doubt or question them.
Philip ain't gonna have you telling PJ that.
I've had this same discussion with Philip 1,000 times.
Oh, that's no problem. I already know the Bible. Take me for a ride in your car, Uncle Travis.
You have a job. You got 2 jobs. You should have your own car.
My daddy won't let me get a car.
They taking his newspaper money. What you think they'll do if he get a car?
Ain't no reason PJ shouldn't have a car to ride around in. He make money. He got to get around. Listen, why your daddy won't let you get a car, PJ?
He said it's too much responsibility.
Can't you handle the responsibility?
Oh yeah, that's no problem.
You got to keep gasoline in it. You got to change the oil. You got to keep it tuned up. Pay your insurance, registration, and the note on it.
Oof. That's why my daddy said it's a lot.
You can do most of the maintenance yourself. I can help you with that.
I heard a voice. Not a voice like me hearing you, is a voice in my mind. It told me to build a boat. It said, I need a boat to go upriver. Your blessings will be multiplied times 100 if you build a boat to go upriver. Well, of course, I didn't know what to say to that voice. I didn't know how to build a boat. Joe Willie has built wagons, but he never built a boat. Two different things. So I said, well, what size is the boat?
There's a knock on the door. PJ answers it.
Who is it?
It's me, PJ.
My daddy!
PJ opens the door.
Hey, PJ. Hey there, Brown.
Come on in, finish talking.
Hey, Finny. Travis.
Hey, nephew.
Hey there, Philip. That's sure smelling good, Brown. I think I'll have some of Betsy's chili, if you don't mind. So the voice said that you need 300 5-inch nails and 200 2.5-inch screws. Said you won't need more than that, and if done right, every nail and every screw will be needed to build that boat. Well, I sent Joe Willie over to Jenkins with the rest of my money to get that 300 5-inch screws and the 200 2.5-inch nails. But I waited all that day for him to come back. I waited all the next day too. I went over to see Jenkins. He said Joe Willie never came.
Maybe Joe Willie's smarter than you thought. He might have seen his purpose wasn't to build a boat with you. You took the money and went to God knows where.
Well, he didn't have no family, so there wasn't nothing keeping here if he wanted to leave. But I've known Joe Willie for a long time, and I don't believe he was that kind of man.
Maybe that wasn't no real voice inside your head talking to you. You ever thought about that? A lot of people hear things and it turn out to be nothing at all.
No, it was real.
Well, if it was, you missed your call. A man don't want to miss his call.
I didn't want to miss my calling either. So I came up river anyway. I didn't know what to expect. I still didn't know where to go or who to ask once I got there. I figured no worse, I'll come across Joe Willie. I didn't want revenge. I just wanted to know if he was the kind of man I thought he was.
Maybe that's your call. Maybe your calling is to find your God. You know, it ain't too late. Maybe you'll find him, and if he's still alive, maybe he didn't make it to see Jenkins because something happened to him along the way. You ever thought about that? If that's the case, you came upriver for nothing.
It wasn't for nothing. When I got upriver is when I met Brown. He was a crawfishman on Mississippi River outside Memphis. I didn't have nothing but 2 boys and a wagon to put him in. I met Brown, and I met a friend that I could call my brother. We came up all the way out to California together. We took jobs as migrant workers, working with colored, whites, Mexicans, Chinese. We picked and chopped anything that grew from the ground up. Hard work that hardly paid anything at all.
Brown sets a bowl of chili in front of Finney.
Wasn't until we got into the construction union we could see the light. Me, Finney, and Luther.
There's no telling what might have happened if I'd stayed where I was, but coming up that river taught me that a friend is like a blessing times 100.
Philip, let me borrow your jumper cables till I get me a new battery.
Philip takes off one of his shoes and rubs his feet.
These blisters are killing me.
So what about them jumper cables now?
Bring my toolbox back, and we'll talk about them jumper cables. Where's Mama at?
Oh, Big Mama sleep.
Yeah, and don't wake her up. She ornery as hell right now. Look, let me have them cables, nephew. I'll bring your toolbox back tomorrow. I had to run that car during the whole damn funeral service and burnt out my damn gas waiting on Beth.
You don't need a car.
PJ said that you said it's too much responsibility.
I know what PJ said.
Well, which is it? He don't need one or it's too much responsibility?
If you want to buy him a car, go ahead.
You don't need no money. The boy working. He needs permission. Now, if you want me to give him permission, I'll do that. PJ, go on, get yourself a car.
The problem is, your permission don't count.
It's a lot of responsibility, but I can handle it. That's no problem.
Philip raises and praises PJ.
PJ, a lot of rules comes with driving a car. You don't just have to know the rules, you have to care enough about yourself and other people to follow the rules. I know you can learn the rules. I trust you will follow the rules. But I don't trust everyone else is going to follow the rules too. The last thing I want is to see something happen to you because somebody else didn't follow the rules. You see, son, when I make a decision for you, I got to weigh the sour against the sweet. And the risk of having something bad happen to you ain't worth the joy I would get seeing you with your own car. You understand that?
Yeah, that's no problem.
Look, PJ, you mind running to Simon's store and give me a pack of cool longs, please?
PJ walks slowly over to Travis Mather and takes the money from him.
Make sure they menthol too, okay? Keep change.
Come on, PJ. I'll drop you off on the way. Thanks for the chili, Brown.
PJ and Finney exit the front door. Travis Mather stands up, preps his last cigarette, then addresses Philip.
You heard what he said? You heard what you said?
What?
You said when you make the decisions for him.
And?
When you gonna let the boy make decisions for himself? Listen, nephew, I'm not trying to get all up in your business.
You ain't been nowhere else but all up in my business.
All I'm saying is let the boy live. Let him have something. Am I right, Brown?
I ain't in it.
PJ works hard. He ain't no trouble at all. I'm not saying he need his own place. Let him have a car. He ain't gonna drive to LA. Hell, he ain't gonna take it to Oakland. Let him have something to ride around in.
You think it's as easy as that? Just get a car and everything's gonna be good after that.
Listen, everything's not gonna be easy. Life ain't always easy, but you gotta figure it out for itself. You've been doing all the figuring for him. He's responsible. He can handle more than you think. Just trust what you taught him.
I know what I taught him. And I ain't going to apologize because I care more about him than my father ever cared about me.
You and your daddy's relationship ain't got nothing to do with this. You ain't Luther and PJ ain't you. All PJ needs is your permission to trust him.
He got my love and he got my respect. That's more than I ever got from Luther.
Luther's dead and gone. You need to let the past die with him.
How am I do that? Everything that's in me, good or bad, got something to do with Luther. The reason I'm still in this hellhole now is because of Luther. If a man is going to bring you into this world, the least he can do is give you something to make your way in it. He owes you that. I spent all my life trying to measure up to my father. And for what? Man never looked my way. If I gotta hold my son and keep him close to my chest, I ain't gonna apologize for that. That's more than Luther ever did for me.
So you're gonna make the same mistake with PJ that Luther made with you. We all know Luther picked Sonny over you. He was wrong for doing it, ignoring you the way he did. But PJ is here now. He got his own life. Talking about Luther. What have you given PJ to make his way in this world? You doing everything for him. You doing all the thinking for him. He can't make a mistake because you right there. Talking about Luther ignored you and left you with nothing. You're gonna make the same mistake with PJ that Luther made with you. All that suffocating and coddling is gonna leave PJ with the same nothing Luther left you.
My father didn't give a damn about me. It ain't the same. I love my boy and it's my duty to protect him. I ain't ashamed of that. Just stay the hell out of my business.
Look, it's cool, nephew. I can dig it. You won't have to worry about me worrying about you and yours. But we blood, so I care about you and PJ. Is that all right?
Travis Mather extends his hand to Philip and it goes ignored. Philip turns to go back to take a seat in the shoeshine chair. Travis Mather goes back to his seat at the kitchen table, but he can't resist one last dig.
But the boys still need to live. Go on and let them get that car.
Philip stops and huffs without turning or addressing Travis Mather. Brown gets the dominoes and offers Travis Mather a challenge to shift the mood.
Philip don't need your help. Sit down here and take this whooping I'm gonna put on you.
I know Philip grown, but I'm still the uncle, and he's the nephew. Every family has a hierarchy, Brown.
The toilet flushes. Travis Mather sits and shakes the dominoes. Moments following, Bessie's voice exclaims from a distance.
Oh, Lord! It's water everywhere! Lord! Somebody get me a plunger! Who put newspaper in the toilet bowl? Travis Mather? Travis Mather!
At Rise, Brown enters stage from the hallway. He is putting the dominoes away. Dim lights rise. There's a knock on the door. Brown opens the door. Gloria stands at the door holding a suitcase.
Can I help you?
Mr. Brown,
Yeah.
I'm Gloria. I was Philip's wife.
Brown pauses for a long moment before inviting her in.
Gloria. Yeah, come in.
Gloria enters and sets the suitcase down. They look at each other, speechless.
You got to excuse the mess. Let me take your suitcase. I'll go get Philip.
He's here.
Yeah, it's in that who you came to see?
Yeah, I suppose.
I'll get him. Have a seat. Can I get you anything?
Bessie enters from the hallway.
If Travis makes the comers on back,
Bessie sees Gloria and stops abruptly. She looks and drops to the floor. Brown and Gloria rush over to help her.
Philip, come in here.
Philip enters from the hallway. He rushes over to Bessie. Gloria stands back to make room.
Mama, you okay? What happened?
She just went down.
Mama, you okay?
Brown and Philip help Bessie to her rocking chair.
Mama, I said, are you okay?
Bessie comes to gradually.
Philip,
Philip looks up in the direction of the voice. Bessie stares speechlessly.
Gloria?
no.
Bessie goes out again. Brown pats her on the face and fans her until she comes to.
What are you doing here?
I was in town and I thought.
You
that-
thought what?
Well, I thought that.
You need to get the hell out of here.
I told her to have a seat before Bessie saw ghosts.
Brown directs Gloria to a chair.
Here, get off your feet.
Brown goes to the refrigerator and cupboard and retrieves a pitcher of water and glass. The stage is quiet for a beat.
I should have called, but
You should have stayed away from here.
I didn't have a number. I'm sorry, I guess I should have known what to expect.
Child, what brings you back here?
It don't matter what brought her back here, Mama.
I want to see PJ.
I want you to get the hell out of here.
Brown returns with a glass of water, but he doesn't know who to give it to.
I invited her in. Philip, I'm sure she's come a long way. Let her rest before she goes.
Brown hands the glass of water to Bessie. There's another pause.
This is a family matter. I'll let y'all have some time. I got some clothes to iron and put away.
I'm going to go to my room so y'all can talk. Lord have mercy.
Brown and Bessie exit the hallway. Gloria is quiet with her head down as Philip measures her.
You look good, Philip.
Why did you come back here?
I told you. I want to see my baby.
He's 30 years old, Gloria. You left him. You left us when he was 2.
I know.
So what do you want?
It's been so long. It's been such a long time. He probably has a mother that he knows.
Damn it, will you say what you want and get the hell out of here?
This is a lot more awkward than I thought it would be. I'm sorry. I can't blame you at all. You were always good to me. I mean, you're a good man. And I'm sure your wife would say the same. Philip, I'm not here to come between you and her.
I'm not married. What do you want?
To start over. I want you to know who I really am.
I know who you are. You're the woman who walked out on her marriage and her child.
That's not who I am.
Then who are you? You know what? I don't even care who you are. You got a lot of nerve coming up in here.
I want to see PJ.
And then what? Let's get down to it. You want to see PJ, and then you want what? Money?
No! I don't want your money. I want to get to know my son. Philip, I want him to know me. If you just tell me where he lives, I won't bother you anymore. I know you don't want to see me. I know that.
What makes you think he wants to see you? He don't know you. He don't ask about you. You don't exist.
When did he stop?
Asking about you? I don't know if he ever did.
Really?
What does it matter, Gloria?
You never told him about me, Philip?
Why would I do that? Why would I tell him he had a mother who left him.
You had to tell him something. He knows every child has a mother.
Every child is supposed to have a mother.
I never wanted to hurt him or you.
Save it. Save it. We're fine now.
Can I see him?
Why, Gloria?
You don't have to answer for him. Just tell me where he is and I'll ask him. If he or you never want to see me again, I'll leave forever.
You do what you want to do. You can let yourself out the same way you came.
Philip exits the hallway. Gloria walks around the room in thought before she finds herself back to the seat she occupied. Stage is silent for a few beats. Then PJ enters from the front door. When he enters, Gloria rises from her seat.
Hi. Who are you?
My name is Gloria.
Oh, I like the song. Gloria. Gloria. Yeah, you didn't know I knew that one. I know a lot of songs.
What's your name?
Oh, my name is PJ. It stands for Philip Jr., because that's my daddy's name, too. You waiting to see my big mama?
No, actually, I'm here to see your father. And you.
That's no problem. My daddy was here. I don't know where he is now.
Oh, no, PJ, he's still here. He just went in the back room, I guess. I'm sure he'll be back. Would you like to talk to me for a while?
That's no problem.
PJ, can we sit down?
Gloria and PJ go to the sofa and they both sit. Gloria takes her time but struggles to find an opening.
I didn't know it would be this hard. PJ, I'm your mother.
You my mother? Oh, so that means you're my daddy's wife. But the husband and wife live together. That's tricky.
Yes, PJ, I know it is tricky, but sometimes a husband and wife do not live together.
Well, why not?
Well, have you ever heard of a divorce?
Oh, yeah. My Uncle Travis had a lot of them.
Well, your dad and I had a divorce.
Where was I at?
You were a baby, PJ.
Gloria goes into her purse and retrieves a picture of her holding a baby with Philip. Philip enters the hallway, stands and listens as PJ and Gloria chat.
This is you, and that's me and your father.
Everybody looks different, but that's us. That's a family.
Yes, PJ, we were a family.
What happened?
Did you know you are a big brother?
I'm a big brother?
This is your little sister. Her name is Carol.
Oh. Carol.
Yes, Carol's 23 years old, and she graduated college and is working now.
My little sister went to college.
This is your baby brother. His name is Walter. He's in the Army, and he went to Vietnam.
Wow. My baby brother's in the war. No, he's got his uniform on.
PJ, let's go home, son. PJ, let's go home.
I have a little brother and a little sister.
Come on, son. We have to go.
Can she come with us?
No, I'm sure she has things to do.
I don't have anything to do, and I'd like to spend more time with PJ.
All right. You can leave that there. I'll bring you back.
Gloria sets the suitcase down and they exit the front door. Fade to black. Act 1, Scene 3. At Rise, it is following day. Empty stage. Bessie enters. She is looking around for something.
Brown! Brown!
Brown enters with a pair of pants folded over his forearm.
What is it, Bessie?
I can't find my S&H green stamps.
Did you look in the kitchen drawer?
No, my blue chip stamps are in there.
No, I saw both of them there. You put them in there when we come from Sam's dollar store.
Well, I'll leave them there for now. I want you to take me to Montgomery Ward's. I got enough to get me a new toaster. The one in there won't pop up until the bread is burnt.
I'll take you whenever you're ready.
Brown lays his folded pants over the sofa. Bessie stops.
Brown, am I a good person?
Why, sure you are, Bessie. Why you ask a thing like that?
I feel death in here. Yesterday it came in here. It was loud too.
Aside from Gloria showing up, yesterday was just another day.
I ain't going crazy, Brown. I felt it. It was here as sure as I'm talking to you now. What you gonna say when they call my name?
What you mean?
Well, you gonna say something at my funeral, ain't you? I want you to say something. I want your name in the program. Maybe you can open the ceremony.
Bessie, stop talking like that now. Ain't nobody going nowhere. Not no time soon anyhow.
You don't know that.
You don't know either. Bessie, now stop all that talk. If death come, it come. Ain't no use sitting around waiting on it. It's gonna come soon enough, but it ain't gotta come sooner than it's time.
Well, when you feel it in the room, it ain't here to let you know it's coming later. Is Gloria coming back?
Oh, she coming back. She left a suitcase. I set it up in my room.
Why'd she leave her suitcase?
Brown goes over to set up his shoe shine stand.
Why'd she leave her suitcase, Brown?
I don't know why. It was here this morning, so I just set it out the way.
What in the world did that child come back here for, I wonder?
She seemed like she wanted to patch things up. Time has a way of healing things.
It's been 28 years.
It ain't natural for a woman to leave her only child. Why she did ain't my business, but coming back is as natural as the sunrise.
I hope she don't come reaching for more than she can grab.
What you mean?
She just come here and didn't tell nobody she was coming. Didn't ask nobody if she can come. She just show up.
Like I say, after time it's only natural a mother want to see a child.
After 28 years, she want to get back with Philip and play house like she ain't never left.
That'll be between her and Philip.
It's cold and loud in this house.
Stop it now. You need to get out. Get some air. I told you I'd take you to get your toaster when you're ready.
God, I remember when we lost Sonny. He was 18 years old. We lost him. I lost Luther too. I lost 2 men that day. Luther's heart changed. It changed for the worse. He didn't talk for a long time after that.
Sonny saved his life from that accident at the quarry, but he lost his.
Luther never could make his way back from that. Sonny couldn't give him his grandchildren. It meant something to Luther to have his blood carried on to the next generation and the one after that.
He put a lot of pressure on Philip to be what Sonny was.
It wasn't fair to Philip. He was 3 years behind Sonny. Philip liked to draw and paint and write poetry. He didn't work with his hands like Sonny.
Luther was working on that old pickup truck. He was underneath the truck and asked Philip to hand him a crescent wrench. It was sitting right next to the ratchet wrench. It took Philip a while to decide which one was which. He was scared and confused because he didn't want to disappoint his daddy and pick the wrong one. But Luther was barking at him to hurry up. Almost in panic, Philip picked up the wrench and handed it to him. It was the right one. But the fear he had of picking wrong was more than the fear any son should have of his father.
Sonny wanted Luther to see Philip for who he was. Oh, he was a big brother. But as caring a man Luther could be, he couldn't accept a boy not being able to work and fix things. It got so that he wouldn't put hands on Philip, whoop him, hug him, yell at him, or talk to him. He just ignored him. I think the silence he had towards Philip hurt more than a strap ever could.
Luther was hurting inside. I know how much that hurt him losing Sonny. A man want to leave his name behind when he goes. He wanted his name to carry on in this world. It made him hard and cold. He let Satan in. I felt Satan come inside of me, so I know what he was feeling. Oh, I felt the burden of Satan in me. When I lost my firstborn, I felt that burden. It stayed in me till I couldn't take it no more. So I walked it back. I took it right alongside me and I walked it back to where it came from. I had a wife and a daughter, and I wasn't going to let it take from me the joy that belonged to them. Then they took my little girl. They took my baby girl, and that burden was heavy. It was heavy, but I put it on my shoulders and I walked it back. That road got longer, and the burden was twice the weight. But I walked it back and I laid it down right there so me and my wife can live. Then I lost Sarah. I lost my wife, and I felt that burden all over again. Satan got inside of me. The world got dark and cold, but my spirit was dark and cold too. So I blended right in with it, and Satan lived inside of me. But I didn't want to carry that burden no more. I was going to see the family I lost one day, and when I did, I wanted my spirit free. So I walked that burden back. It wasn't easy. The road was long and dark. The days and nights were cold. But I cradled that burden in my arms and I walked it back. And when I laid my burden down, I felt good.
There was a silence and then a knock at the door. Bessie consoles Brown. There's another knock. Bessie and Brown ignore it as she tends to him. There's a third knock at the door, this time more rapid. Bessie releases Brown. He goes to the door. Bessie exits the hallway.
Who's there?
Me, Brown, open the door.
Brown opens the door.
You know, it took you so long to come to the door. I knew you was here because your car was parked out front. Where Bessie at? She still mad at me?
You have to ask her.
Man, it's cold in here. I brought Philip's toolbox back. I'm gonna fix that cabinet door. I told Bessie I was gonna get to it sooner or later. You all right, Brown?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You don't look fine.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I was saying you don't look fine. And if you want to talk about it,
I'm fine.
Bessie enters from the hallway. She has her purse and hat. She locks eyes with Travis Macon.
I'm ready, Brown.
Let me get my hat and keys.
And don't forget your billfold.
Brown exits the hallway. Bessie scowls at Travis Mather.
I'm gonna fix your cabinet door. You know, you was pretty hot yesterday, and says, no telling what you'd done if you'd caught my hide. Is the toilet okay? I'll fix that too if it gives you any problem. I apologize about that, Bessie. You know how I am. Every now and then I'll do something, well, I'll have this cabinet door working like new by the time I get back.
Brown enters the hallway.
Okay, Bessie, let's go.
Travis Mather opens the door with a slight bow. Bessie and Brown exits. Travis Mather closes the door with a sigh of relief. Several beats pass, and PJ, Gloria, and Philip enter the front door. They are laughing and in a good mood. PJ imitates a gorilla walking.
PJ, you were imitating the gorilla better than the gorilla.
Travis Mather fixes on Gloria.
Hey, Uncle Travis, guess who's here? My mother.
Gloria, well, I'll be.
Travis Mather.
I've never seen you at a loss for words.
It's been a long time.
Yes, it has.
We just came from the zoo.
Well, listen, I have some work to do on this cabinet door, and I'll be out y'all's way.
Where's Mama and Brown?
They went out. Surprised you didn't see them when you came in. I'm just gonna work on this cabinet door. Nephew, maybe I crossed the line yesterday.
Yeah, you always crossing the line. I appreciate you bringing back my tools. You still want those jumper cables?
Nah. I went on and got me a battery this morning. Reese got it for me. I'll leave the tools behind.
Travis Mather goes over to the door and starts his fix-it project. Philip takes a seat in the shoe shine chair. Gloria takes a seat on the sofa, and PJ sits next to her.
Let's go get some fried chicken. You want some fried chicken, Uncle Travis? I'm buying.
No thanks, PJ. I'm just gonna fix this door and be on my way.
I'll put your cigarettes in the kitchen drawer.
PJ goes to the drawer and hands Travis Mather a pack of cigarettes.
Cools, menthols, too. And guess what I have, Uncle Travis? A little brother and a little sister.
That's great, PJ.
My little brother's in the war.
War ain't no place for black people, PJ. It's a losing proposition.
Why you say that, Uncle Travis?
It's never helped black people to die to keep white people free.
What if he don't die? He's not gonna die, Uncle Travis.
Well, most do though, PJ. And if they don't, they're still not free when they come home.
But they fight for this country, PJ. That makes him a hero any way you look at it.
I know my little brother's a hero.
Yeah, he's a hero, PJ. Gloria, I ain't need no disrespect.
None taken, Travis Mather.
My little sister's in college.
Gloria goes to stand up and slumps back into her chair seat awkwardly. Philip stands to help.
Gloria, are you okay?
I'm fine. I just stood up too fast and got dizzy. Can you point me to the bathroom?
Philip helps Gloria to her feet and directs her to the bathroom.
First door on the right.
Gloria exits the hallway.
She all right?
Yeah, we've been running since she got here. She was up all night talking to PJ. She's just tired.
What the hell is she doing here, Philip?
She just showed up. She didn't let nobody know she was coming.
You okay with it?
Naturally, I wasn't at first. But PJ latched onto her pretty fast. I suppose it's good to know he has a mother, a brother, and a sister. He's pretty excited about it.
I was surprised to know that. I didn't know I had a mother or a little brother and a little sister. I like it. One day, I'm going to talk to my little sister. She graduated college.
How long is she staying?
I don't know. she don't have a reason to go back.
Go back where? And why not?
Mansfield, Ohio.
Where the hell is that?
It's in Ohio. Her husband died some years ago. She lives with her daughter now. Her daughter is grown and working.
Sound like she ain't in no hurry to go back.
That's what I said. I've let her and PJ have their time. I haven't talked to her about her plans.
PJ is concerned for Gloria and exits the hallway.
You sweet on her.
She's only been here 2 days.
And you sweet on her already. That's the same woman who left you with a little boy to raise. Left you without a word.
I know.
I knew. You need to be careful, nephew. She gonna draw PJ in and then you. If she ain't got you already. Then she gonna bounce on both of y'all. Again.
You don't know that.
You wanna take that chance?
No, people can change. I didn't ask her why she left. I'm not sure it matters to rehash old stuff.
Look, take my advice. It ain't worth the risk betting on her this time. You gotta think about PJ. As soon as they're done having their little powwow, you need to send her back on the next thing smoking.
PJ and Gloria enter from the hallway before Philip can respond to Travis Mather.
I got a little dizzy.
My mama was coughing in the bathroom.
It was no big deal, really. I haven't lost my appetite for some of that fried chicken you were talking about, PJ.
I'm fine.
Different time zone, the weather change, and all the running around we've been doing, it caught up to you. When we get back home, you're gonna lay down and get some rest.
Home.
I mean, to PJ's at my place.
I understood what you meant. It's just been so good being here. Philip, thank you.
Travis Mather shakes his head and goes back to his project. Philip goes over to the dresser drawer and retrieves a photo album.
This here will catch you up on what you missed out on over the years.
Travis Mather sees Philip with the photo album and lets out a huff. Philip ignores him. Philip hands the photo album to Gloria, and she and PJ go back to the sofa.
Photo album. You did take out all of your ex-girlfriend's pictures before you handed it to me, right?
You gonna see my baby pictures? And all my pictures in there.
Yeah, don't laugh when you see Travis Mather and his little singing group. What were they called, Travis Mather? The Five Falcons?
We were the 5 Falcons. There were 4 parts, and we were 4 parts harmony, not 5. And we was bad, Jack. We used to fill up them clubs around here. We had a demo out too.
More like the Falcons. They had a song, "Don't Step on My Heart, Step on My Feet."
It was step on my shoes, not my heart.
What happened to the group?
All of them were about 50 when they started.
We had this dance move, check this out. All the ladies would go crazy, Jack. Phil used to tell everybody, that's my uncle's group.
I didn't tell nobody about y'all. They had a cat named Eddie Mills. He had a pot belly out in here. It looked like he was carrying twins. He had a strip of hair that went around the side of his head. And he had the nerve to put conch, nothing on the top.
Look, we needed a baritone and a bass singer. And Eddie was our man.
So the Falcons used to play in Hunters Point, Fillmore, Oakland, and down in East Palo Alto, singing everybody else's hits. That demo Travis Mather talking about never got past local radio. They played out after one summer.
Nothing like hearing your song on the radio. That made it all worthwhile, all that trouble.
Gloria, are you okay?
I'm just a little faint, that's all.
Gloria drops to the floor.
Gloria!
Mother!
Act 2, Scene 1. At Rise, 1 week later, Bessie and Brown enters front door. Both are dressed in their Sunday best and in a pleasantly peaceful mood. Bessie takes off her hat and plops down into her rocking chair, and Brown takes off his dress coat and hangs it neatly over the back of the chair and places his hat on his seat.
Edith looked good. She looked like she was sleeping peacefully, Brown. Ooh, Bird let her wear her jewelry too. I seen her wear that necklace before. It had to be expensive.
Nothing but the best for Edith. Bird never gave her less than that.
It happened so fast. We never got the chance to take her to the farmer's market.
When the test came back, Bird wanted to spend the remaining time with her. I can't blame him.
No, I understand. I'm gonna miss Edith. Oh, she loved to talk, and she never had to talk bad about nobody to keep conversation interesting. She didn't talk about nobody, and she didn't brag on herself. I guess that's why I like talking to her. Lord knows, I can't help doing it. So she showed looked good though. I have a mind to go up to Miles and Clemens and let them know the way they presented Edith is how I want them to do me.
So you back with Miles Clemens. Travis Mason said you'd be back.
Oh, Travis don't know nothing.
Maybe not, but he's sure right about that.
But you liked how they did her. She looked nice. It was a good service too.
I told you, Wilson saved his best for the dead. He can sure deliver a eulogy.
Oh, and when they sang Nearer, my God, to thee, wasn't a dry eye in the place.
That boy sounds just like Sam Cooke. Oh, the minister was preaching, and the crowd was standing near. The congregation singing a tune in a voice that was so loud and clear. You know the crowd that stood around him, they were crying, I could plainly see.
All right.
For the song that they sang was so touching. They were singing, near my God to thee.
That you see. Yes. She had everybody there. They came from wherever they was to be there. Oh, some of them I ain't seen since they were kids. And now they got kids. Oh, she had a bunch of flowers at her casket, Brown. They were so beautiful. I made sure they got ours. I believe I saw them. They were on the right side if you was facing the casket.
I told you it wouldn't be long before you got a good one. You got your program, didn't you?
I sure did. You know my shoebox where I keep all my programs is close to full. But I'm gonna keep this one at the top. Oh, it don't matter how many come after this, I'm gonna keep it at the top. Unless, for God's sake, it's you or somebody else in the family. You know, Brown, when I go, I always saw myself going off in a caisson.
A what? A caisson.
Yes, Brown. A horse-drawn carriage. I've been saving for it. I've been putting a little away every month. And I want Reverend Wilson to eulogize me. And you talk too. I haven't picked out the songs yet. And I want people to come. We ain't got a big family, but I want people from the church to come.
You know if I'm willing and able, I'll make sure you have a good home going, Bessie.
Nobody has had nothing like it. You don't have to worry about nothing. I'll have it all arranged.
Okay, now stop talking about you dying. You're bringing down my mood. We're supposed to be celebrating Edith.
Yes, Brown, you're right. Edith, you're home with the angels.
I remember back home, we used to hit the juke joint. I dressed up in my nice haberdashery and put on my leathers. I laced them up real tight because I was stepping in high cotton.
Those juke joints back home wasn't nothing but wood and dirt. What you talking about, high cotton?
I don't know about those Mississippi juke joints you come from, but the Louisiana juke joints was made of the finest quality wood and dirt. I had an old mule named Franklin. I hitched him up to my wagon, give me a bottle of moonshine, and I was on my way.
Don't tell me y'all named y'all animals. We had a mule and we called him Mule.
We sure did. Had a horse too. His name was Henry. Had a rooster. We called him Cock. We didn't name the chickens and the cows and the hogs we had, because we'd have to eat them. So I'm riding up on the juke joint, and I see 3 gals walking that way. And I asked them, where y'all going? They say to the juke joint. So I say, hop on. 2 of the girls did, but one just stand there. Hell, she was the prettiest one too. So I say, my name is Langston Brown, and this here is Franklin, and we'd be honored to escort you to the juke joint this evening. Well, it took a little bit more than that. But when I was through, she goes to hop on the wagon with the other 2. I say, hold on. I just gave you my best juke joint talk. I was hoping that'll get you to sit next to me. And she did. She sat right by my side. And 15 years and 2 kids later, she never left. Till the good Lord called her home. I'll never forget that night. Oh, did we dance?
That was your Sarah.
Yes. Life wasn't always easy, but we could always dance.
There is an awkward moment, and neither of them know what to do with themselves. Brown leans in for a kiss, and Bessie is prepared to receive it. When there is a knock on the door.
Yeah.
It's me, Brown.
Brown answers the door. Finney enters.
Hey, Finney, come on in.
Hey, brother. I don't want nothing.
Hi, Teddy. How you and Rose doing?
I'm good. Rose better. She asked me if you want to ride out to Blue Island and get some crawfish. Now that she got her car back, she want to go everywhere.
Ooh, Blue Island. I haven't been out there in a while. Tell Rose I'm ready when she is.
I'll tell her. I ain't want nothing, Bessie. I'm on my way to the pool hall and see what they're talking about down there. Brown, did you go to the church? They handing out food. You can get you a ham too. They're handing them out one at a time.
It's the day. Doggone, I forgot.
I got one about 16 pounds, but you can't get one to a man. Otherwise, I'd have got one for you. They say a fella tried to get 2 of them. He put one in his car and came back, and they recognized him. They wouldn't give him another one. He started arguing with him. He should have had enough sense to know not to come right back. I could have told him to wait a while. They say they recognized him, and he argued with them anyway. He turned around and was walking down the line trying to tell anybody who would listen how wrong they was. Ain't nobody pay him no mind. They was waiting on the ham.
Did they give him another ham?
A monkey have 3 legs? You better get down there and get yours. I'm gonna head down to the pool hall and see what they're talking about. I'm gonna come back around for a shine if you got time for it.
Emmett say he'll be here for a shine about 4.
Okay, I'll bring some beers with me.
Don't bring that cheap beer over here like you did last time. That beer tastes like squirrel piss. Travis Mason left some Coke 45s in the refrigerator. You can have that.
You know I don't drink that malt liquor.
Well, you bring that squirrel piss, kid, you can drink that. I'll have the Coke 45.
All right.
I'm gonna go down to the church. I'll walk out with you.
Bessie, I'll tell Rose she'll get in touch with you.
Okay, Teddy. Brown gets his hat and dress coat. He and Finney make their way to the door. Finney exits. Brown stops and turns to Bessie to apologize, holding his hat in his hand.
Bessie,
It's okay, Brown.
Brown slowly nods his head and exits the front door. Moments pass and there is a knock on the door.
Brown, did you forget your keys?
Bessie opens the door.
Hi, Miss Bessie.
Hi, child, come on in.
Gloria enters.
I haven't seen much of you since I've been here.
Child, why are you here?
Philip wanted me to meet him here when he gets off work, and it gives me a chance to sit with you.
I mean, why did you come here to San Francisco?
I wanted to see Philip and PJ. I don't want to start any trouble.
I'm going to ask you again. Why are you here?
You were always pretty direct, Miss Bessie. I have to tell Philip the truth. I have to tell him that PJ is not his son.
Oh.
You know it as well as me, Miss Bessie.
What difference does that make now? Child, a lie ain't always meant to hurt somebody, and the truth can't always save them. You've seen PJ. He's been lit up ever since you got here. You want to take that joy from him now?
I'm not proud of anything I did back then, Miss Bessie. But the truth is the truth, and I have to tell him.
God forgives those who confess to him. You don't have to ruin nobody to clear your conscience.
I'm sorry, it's not that easy.
Why can't you just turn your back and walk away?
I just can't.
The truth after all these years ain't gonna help nobody.
It may not help you. It may not help Philip, and I'm sorry that it may not help PJ.
Then why?
Because it might help me.
Why, child?
Because I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dead inside right now. I understand the suffering Mr. Luther went through because I go through it now. Pain is too much. I pray to God that He takes me. I feel so much pain, my spirit can't rest. I just don't know what to do. The doctor gives me medicine, I don't take it. Preacher gives me prayer, I can't receive it. The medicine doesn't stop the pain, and the prayer doesn't stop the hurt. Only the truth will set me free. It was dark. My eyes were open, but there was no light. It was dark and it was cold. I must have walked for miles in the desert sand. I was tired. It was cold and my mouth was dry. I needed water. I saw a hand reach out to me to come forward. And I heard a voice whisper. It said, "Turn around. There's water and there's light if you turn around." The hand reached out to me with another hand as if to plead for me to come forward. The voice whispered, "Turn around." I didn't know what to do. Couldn't move forward and I couldn't go back. My soul was stuck and my spirit was empty. I was empty. I was cold and I was blind. I didn't know what to do, so I fell to my knees and I called out, "Jesus! Jesus! Jesus!"
Mother!
PJ jogs to his knees in front of Gloria, and they embrace. After moments on their knees, they rise with PJ assisting her.
This is my mother. I'm going to take care of her.
Here, PJ, sit her here.
My mother not feeling good.
PJ, I have to talk to you. I have to tell you something very important.
I know already.
You do? What do you know, PJ?
You're sick? It's no problem. You'll get better.
You're right, PJ, I'm sick. But I'm not going to get better. And that's okay. What's important, PJ, is you're strong. Can you be strong for me, PJ?
Yeah, that's no problem.
PJ,
There's a knock at the door. Gloria pauses.
Do you want me to answer the door?
There's another knock at the door.
yes.
Who is it?
It's me, PJ.
PJ opens the door and goes to the kitchen to retrieve a glass of water for Gloria. Philip enters waving 3 tickets in his hand.
I got 3 tickets to the Giants game. It's a night game, so Gloria, you're gonna need a coat, baby. Juan Marshall pitching tonight against the Dodgers, PJ. What's wrong?
My mother's not happy.
Gloria?
It's nothing. I wasn't feeling well.
My mother was on the floor.
I'm taking you to the hospital.
Philip, really, I'll be fine.
Mother said she's not going to be fine. She said Jesus, and she was on the floor.
Gloria, what's going on now? This ain't nothing to take lightly. I'm taking you to the hospital.
Philip, will you just sit with me?
Gloria turns to PJ and motions him to sit. Philip comes to the sofa. Brown enters in front door. He is carrying a box with groceries. He pauses when he sees them.
Hey, y'all. I got some food from St. Vincent. If you're running low on anything, take what you need.
Brown sets the box on the kitchen table and takes off his coat and hat.
Y'all all right?
There's a knock on the front door. Brown answers.
Yeah.
It's me, Brown.
Brown opens the door for Travis Mather, too busy to acknowledge him.
Hey, Brown.
Where's Bessie? Feels like a funeral in here.
Brown goes to the hallway entrance and calls for Bessie.
I got a ham, Bessie.
I got y'all a ham from St. Vincent.
Travis Mather sees the box on the kitchen table.
You got a ham, Brown?
I just came back from over there. They were all out, but I got a box of canned goods, some pasta, rice, and some cheese. How you get that ham? Finney said they were handing out one at a time.
Yeah, they was. I got mine, came back for another one. I let them know about it too. It didn't do no good.
That was you acting up over there? Finney heard about you. How you get another ham?
I had to make a move. I made a side deal with a cat where they was loaded. I went back and told his boss about it.
You bribed the fella for a ham?
I ain't bribed him. I told his boss about it. Marked 2 $5 bills. Gave me a ham.
You paid $10 for a ham?
Brown, you know I ain't paid nobody $10 for no ham. I just told his boss to ask him how he got 2 marked $5 bills in his wallet. The boss let him go after that.
You got a man fired over a ham?
Hell, all they had to do was let me have it in the first place. And why you complaining, Brown? You got a ham and it didn't cost you nothing.
I don't even know if I can eat the ham knowing that somebody lost their job over it.
Well, I'll take this one and give you the one I got.
You ain't got no conscience, Travis.
If the man thought he was gonna get fired over it, he shouldn't have done it.
Brown shakes his head and starts to put away the groceries. Bessie enters from the hallway.
Travis Mather got you a ham.
Thank you, Travis Mather.
You're welcome, Bessie. Good to know that somebody can appreciate a good deed.
Philip, you mind giving Brown a hand?
Sure, Mama.
What's happening, nephew?
Hey, Travis.
You look like somebody stole your dog.
Yeah, I'm all right. Gloria's the one that isn't feeling too good.
She gonna have another one of those fainting spells? Gloria, you all right?
I told her I'll take her to the hospital. She won't go. Maybe y'all can talk to her.
Gloria, listen to Philip and let him get you checked out. Tell her, Bessie.
Really, everything is fine. Can I help you put things away?
Sure, Gloria. I wouldn't mind a hand from you.
Well, maybe you ought to think about going home. You know, you might be sicker than you think. I'm sure your family will be worrying about you. Bessie just came from one funeral. Those Giant tickets, nephew, I ain't been to a game in a couple of years, but I ain't hardly missed one on the radio.
Philip, I'm dying.
Shit.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I had to see PJ and you.
Philip rises from his chair. He fumbles for words, searches for understanding.
Why didn't you say anything?
I don't know. I suppose I didn't want the time with you and PJ to end.
Well, they're not going to live with us.
No, PJ, I'm sorry.
You're leaving again.
I didn't know how to tell you. I didn't know what to expect when I arrived. We were doing so well that I couldn't. It was too hard.
Mother.
PJ hurries to Gloria and embraces her.
You haven't changed.
Don't say that.
Why, Gloria?
Philip, I'm sorry.
Why? How can you do this? How can you come back here like this?
Philip, let me explain.
PJ, come here. PJ!
No! I'm here with Mother.
Damn it, Gloria!
I'm sorry.
PJ, come here right now.
He's not your son.
What did you say?
PJ is not your son.
PJ is my son. What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
Why would you say that?
I'm sorry.
No, I know he is my son. I asked you, why would you say that?
Because it's true.
You're a liar.
Tell him, Miss Bessie.
Look. Everybody said enough, right?
Mama, what is she talking about?
It's true, Philip.
No!
Philip, I'm sorry.
Ah!
PJ, I'm sorry.
Philip slams his fist on the table.
Who is he? I said, if it's not me, who is he?
It doesn't matter.
Philip, just leave it in the past. You have PJ. He's yours.
PJ is my son.
Philip, please.
If not me, then who is he?
Philip!
Philip moves towards Gloria with fist raised. Gloria clutches onto PJ.
I said, who is he?
Philip!
Travis Mason! Travis
Philip looks at Travis Mather. Travis Mather is in retreat, taking backward steps while trying to calm Philip's rage.
Now, wait a minute, nephew. Hold on.
Philip grabs the can off the table and charges at Travis Mather with a yell.
Ah!
Philip grabs Travis Mather by the collar and raises his free hand. PJ rushes over to Philip and grabs him.
No!
Fade to black. Act 2, Scene 2. At Rise, the next day, stage is empty. Brown enters from hallway. He fixes a cup of coffee and goes over to the shoe shine stand. There's a knock at the front door. Brown answers.
Yeah.
Hey, Brown, it's me.
Brown opens the door. Finney enters.
Hey, Finney.
I didn't want nothing. My plan was to get around here yesterday.
Well, we had some issues going on here, so just as well you didn't make it.
Oh? What kind of issues?
Family stuff wasn't good, but I'll leave it at that.
Well, I hope it worked through. Luther left you here in charge. I know he wanted you to look after things, but you can only do what you can do. You all right?
I'm fine. Finney, I know ain't nothing you won't do for Rose. I'd have done anything for my Sarah. And I know Luther would have done anything for Bessie. Marriage is sacred. Once joined, no man should put asunder. That word is in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 10, verse 9.
Yes, it is. Me and you and Luther have been friends for close to 50 years. We always believe that. Is Bessie okay?
Bessie is fine.
I had a dream I went to heaven.
Finney, now's not the time.
There was something that dream.
Come on now, Finney.
I saw big white clouds. Clouds big enough to fill up a world. I walked through those clouds. There was a lot of people passing me by as I was in those clouds. They was passing me by trying to get to heaven. Some had wings, golden wings. Yeah, they had golden wings flying to heaven. I walked for a long time until I arrived at the pearly gates. They was letting us in one at a time. When I came to my turn, I walked up to the gate, and I was expecting a magnificent gate, but it was rather ordinary to what I expected to see protected heaven. But when I entered the gates of heaven, I became tall. I was big in the heavens. Yes, sir. I went looking for Jesus. I wanted to see if he favored anyone that I knew. I recognized him right away. And I saw someone else. And then another. There were people all around who I knew. There was a boy who he beat me up and took from me when I was little. And I saw my ex-wife. She cheated on me. She left me to raise our two boys. She was there with the guy that she cheated on me with. I saw the men who killed my grandfather. They were all there. All the people who had ever wronged me in life were there, standing right in front of me. And I turned around. I turned my back to them. And when I did, I saw me standing there before myself in a great big mirror. And standing before myself, I had come face to face with myself. I looked myself right in the eyes, face to face, man to man. And I said, you're going to have to face the truth. You're going to be a man of God. A man of God has got to be good within himself. Without that, you've got no measure of what kindness means to others. To love thy neighbors as thyself, you have to submit yourself to God so that you can humble yourself to others. Well, do this to purify yourself. I had to let them ask forgiveness for what they had done, for the harm that they had brought to me. And then I had to accept their forgiveness. I had to do that so I could become clean. Then I had to seek those I had brought harm to. And I had to ask for their forgiveness. And that's when I got my wings. I got my golden wing. It was there that he gave me my assignment. He gave me the assignment of enlightenment. He said, my mission is to leave truth on the world so that the world could be made free. I had to enlighten the world with the truth. I had to extend, and I extended my hands to him, and he placed in each hand a rock. And he said, go forth, go forth. So I put those two rocks in my pocket, and I went out to bring truth and light into the world. And with those two rocks, I brought truth upon the world. Well, with those two rocks, I ignited a spark. And that spark started a flame. And that flame started a fire that lit up the world. It's something about the truth. It can bring you out of the darkness and into a whole new life.
So who did he look like?
What?
Jesus. You said you wanted to see if he looked like anybody you know.
You look like Sammy Davis Jr. and Frank Sinatra melted together. Well, Brown, I know Luther respects everything you've done for Bessie. But Rose seemed to think Bessie is lonely. She think, well,
I'm here to take care of Bessie, Finney. That's all.
and that's what I told Rose. I told her to mind her own business, but they talk. You know, women talk.
Rose and Bessie talk about what?
I already told you. Rose think Bessie lonely.
What Bessie say?
All I'm saying is Luther gone, and you done kept your promise to him. You don't owe nobody nothing.
You leaving?
I didn't want nothing. Just think about it.
Finney
You
exits.
don't owe nobody nothing.
Brown goes back to his seat and sips his coffee. Bessie enters.
I smell coffee. Who were you talking to, Brian?
That was Finney. He just left.
Is he okay? Let me fix you something to eat.
That's all right, Bessie.
Well, you need to eat, so I'm gonna fix you something. Is Teddy okay?
He's fine.
Gloria's in the bathroom. She's almost ready.
How's she doing?
She's fine. She's ready to go home.
Bessie, I want to talk to you.
Yes, Brown?
A lot happened yesterday, a lot I didn't know about.
I wasn't hiding anything from you. It was just never spoke of. I suppose after time I convinced myself it was easy to put the truth behind me and not to bring up the past.
I was talking about us. I was thinking.
Gloria enters from the hallway with suitcase in hand.
I'm all packed.
Come in, child.
Bessie turns her attention to Gloria, stops what she is doing, and walks over to Gloria and gives her a long hug.
How do you feel? Like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders? You don't have to carry that with you no more.
I didn't want to hurt anyone.
No, there's consequences for the decisions we make. But God will help us get through. He'll never put more on us.
And we have the strength there.
That's right, child. Now, sit down there, both of you, and let me fix this breakfast.
Thank you, Miss Bessie, but I don't want to be late.
You ready to go, Gloria?
Yes, Mr. Brown, I believe I'm ready.
You taking the Greyhound or the train?
No, sir. I'm flying home.
Well, all right. We best get going.
Brown picks up his hat and Gloria's suitcase. Gloria and Bessie embrace one last time, and Brown and Gloria hurry to the door before Gloria stops.
Oh, Miss Bessie, PJ can call his sister anytime. Here's the number he can call her on. Here, her name is Carol.
Okay. Well, y'all run on now. Bye.
Bessie ushers them both out the door. Bessie hums a tune as she goes about her work in the kitchen. Fade to black. Act 2, Scene 3, at Rise. 1 hour later, Bessie is sitting in the kitchen table. She has finished her breakfast and is about to clean up the kitchen. She sees a scarf Gloria left behind. She thinks for a moment and searches for the paper with Carol's phone number on it. She goes to the phone, dials, and waits for an answer.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, is this Carol?
Yes, who's speaking?
My name is Miss Betsy. I'm a friend of your mother, Gloria.
Yes?
I know she's not there. I'm calling because she left something here when she visited.
Okay, I don't understand. She left something?
Yes, she left her scarf. It's blue with pretty design on it. The design has different colors, and you might have seen her wear it.
I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm Miss Betsy. I thought I said that. And you're Carol.
I don't know if Miss Bessie. She's never mentioned you before.
Oh, well, and for good reason, I suppose. It's been 28 years since I've seen her. I recognize her right off. She hasn't changed much. She put on a little weight, but that's to be expected. She was a tiny thing back then. I saw her and, ooh, I fainted. That's how surprised I was.
Excuse me, you saw her where?
Right here in San Francisco. She's been here the past 2 weeks. She came to see PJ. Oh, and Philip.
PJ, San Francisco, is this some kind of joke? Who are you?
Child, your memory is about as bad as mine. Miss Betsy.
I got that.
You are Gloria's daughter, right?
Yes.
And you'll be seeing her soon. Brown just took her to the airport.
I think you have a wrong number.
Well, I don't think so. She gave me this number and gave me your name. I'm looking right at it here. You're Gloria's daughter, ain't you? Brown took her to the airport about an hour ago.
Stop it. I don't know what you want, just stop it.
I don't want nothing. I was letting you know that
My mother's dead. Gloria's my mother, she's dead. She's not in San Francisco. I don't know you or Brown, but he sure isn't taking her to an airport.
What, child?
My mother is dead.
Gloria dead? What do you mean?
What kind of joke is this?
She was here. Gloria was here with us for 2 weeks or so. I'm telling you.
I'm hanging up.
No. Wait. She told me about you. She is sick, I know that. And she has cancer.
Had cancer. My mother died 3 months ago. What kind of person are you?
Did you know PJ? PJ, his name is Philip Jr. He's your older brother. Did she tell you about him?
Yes, before she died. She said my brother and I have a brother from before she met my father.
It's true. I'm PJ's big mom.
She never mentioned him before. Why?
You'll have to ask your mother, baby.
My mother is dead. I don't want you to call here anymore.
Well, why don't you want to see PJ? He was glad to know about you, and he wants to meet you.
Just stop. I don't know how you got my phone number, and I don't care. You did not see my mother. I don't want you to call here again.
But please!
Click. Dial tone. Bessie hangs up the phone. She places it back on the hi-fi cabinet. She picks up the scarf and talks to it.
Gloria, you bear that cross for all these years. You kept your promise to this family. After all these years. And now, it's time to go home. I looked over. What did I see? Come for to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. Sweet love, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
PJ enters.
Gloria, I hear the chariots coming.
Hi, Big Mama.
Ah, PJ. Baby, why you leave the door open?
Philip enters.
Hi, Mama.
Good morning. Come on in. I just had breakfast, but it'll only take a minute to whip something up for you and PJ.
Big Mama, I'm not hungry.
I'm fine, Mama.
Is my mother here?
She had to go home, PJ. She couldn't wait.
I didn't get to say bye to her.
Oh, she wanted me to say goodbye for her. She's sorry. She missed you.
PJ is numb. Bessie goes to embrace him.
PJ, you made your mother proud and you made her happy. You filled in a place in her that needed to be filled for a long time. You are a precious jewel that this family is proud to have.
My mother's going to heaven. That's no problem.
Mom. How could she do that to me? Why did she do that to us? We were a family. We finally became a whole family. Questions in my head. I've been trying to sort them out. I guess I couldn't put it past Travis. I didn't see it in her.
Philip, before you go any further, just sit down.
I'm fine, Mom.
No, you're not fine, son. And I made it so.
What do you mean, Mom?
I wish you could have gotten the kind of respect from Luther that he gave Sonny. I know how bad you wanted it, and I know how it must have hurt not having it. I would have given anything. Luther was a stubborn man, he was a selfish man, but he was a prideful man. You were a good boy, and you deserved a lot more from your father than he gave. Luther never gave himself a chance to get to know you. He didn't know anything about you. Until you met Gloria, he didn't know if you even liked girls. And when you two started dating and got married, he got excited. And for the first time, I thought whatever the difference he had with you would be gone when the two of you had a child. We waited and waited, and we waited. Years passed. I know you felt the pressure from him. The disappointment set in again, and the more the disappointment grew, the emptier you got. It affected Gloria, too. She was just a child, young and confused. It was hard on you both. It had gotten to a point where I just couldn't take it anymore. I didn't see how we as a family were going to heal and grow. Son, I had to do something. So I got Travis, Matha, and Gloria together. It wasn't right. But you were broken for a long time. I needed my son to feel like a man. When PJ was born, your head lifted up. Oh, you raised your head high from then on. And you became the man you are. Philip, it wasn't Gloria or Travis Mather who deceived you. It was me. But Gloria couldn't live with the lie I forced on her, so she left. She didn't leave you and PJ. She left the lie she would have to live. And all she wanted was to love you and raise a family with you. But once she decided to leave, I made her promise to never come back. Philip, say something.
I don't know what to say.
Philip, I'm sorry. I didn't know what else to do.
There is a knock on the door. Everyone is frozen in a moment and doesn't respond. It is followed by another knock.
Bessie, you in there?
PJ, tell Travis Mason it's not a good time.
That's all right, Mama. PJ, let him in. PJ and I will be fine.
Philip, I need to go down to my house in Clemens. Can you drive me there?
Yeah, but what do you have to go there for, Mom?
I just need to settle some things.
Bessie exits the hallway. PJ opens the door. Travis Mather enters.
Hey, PJ. Nephew, I saw your car out front. I don't know what to say.
Mama told me everything.
There's a long silence, which lasts until Bessie enters from the hallway. She has her hat and purse.
I'm ready, Philip.
Philip and Bessie exit front door. PJ and Travis Mather are motionless until PJ breaks the silence.
Are you my father?
My blood on you, PJ. A father is someone who takes care of you, feeds you, teaches you, gives you a home and puts clothes on your back. I've done none of those things. A father is someone that you can model yourself after. That means someone you can be like. You want to be like me, PJ?
No. My daddy cried last night. I heard him crying in his room. Cried for a long time. You shouldn't have did what you did, Uncle Travis.
PJ exits front door. Travis Mather goes to the shoe shine stand and sits in its spots for long beats when Brown enters the front door. He takes off his coat and hat, ignoring Travis Mather.
Did you take Gloria to the station?
I took her to the airport.
It's really too bad about her. She's a good person. Gloria's always been a good person. No doubt about that. I mean, I wish you could have just let things be. It would have been better for everybody, you know? I guess it's just weighing on the heart. I sure wish you could have let things be.
You don't care about nobody but yourself. You walk around here using and taking. You don't care about nobody.
That ain't true.
The hell it ain't.
Look, a lot went down yesterday. I realized that. But I'm the same person I always was.
You right about that. And I don't want that damn ham.
I told you, I'll switch them out for you.
I don't want either one of them.
Well, maybe Bessie want one.
If Bessie want a ham, I go down to the grocery store and buy her one.
Okay? That's how you see it? So you gonna sit in judgment on me now?